Apostle Paul in his epistle to the Romans, chapter 9, verse 18 said, "Therefore, God has mercy on whom he wants to have mercy, and he hardens whom he wants to harden." God can bless anyone he wants. God is the author of all blessings. Blessings come from God. It does not matter whether you are perfect or imperfect. It is not up to anyone to dictate to God who to bless and who not to bless. We all are children of God. We are all created in the image and likeness of God. God chooses to make rain fall for the just and the unjust. God makes sunshine shine on the righteous and the unrighteous. It is totally up to God. We can humbly ask for His blessing, and it is up to God to grant us His blessings. Jesus told us in the Bible to ask and we shall receive. One thing we need to be aware of is that we do not need to be perfect before God can bless us. God takes delight and great pleasure in blessing us. Every one of us needs God's blessings. We should not attempt to block the blessing of another person. Let us be very careful in being jealous of God's blessings on another person. Be happy with your God-given blessings and be happy for others for their own blessings. God blesses people in different and varied ways. You may not feel blessed today. Tomorrow may be your turn. God never runs out of blessings. God has enough blessings to go round. Enjoy your blessings from God and allow others to enjoy their own blessings. The blessing of God is enough to go round. Do not attempt to stop other people's blessing. You may be challenging God and hurting oneself in the process. Do not make yourself an enemy of God's blessings towards other people. Do not destroy other people's blessing. No one can stop the flow of God's blessings. No matter how you try to prevent it, work against it, and be an obstacle, what God has decreed shall come to pass, and there is nothing you can do about it. You cannot destroy who God is building. You cannot break who God is making. Whether you like people or not, whether you think their ways are right or wrong, it will not prevent God from blessing them. The earlier we accept the fact that God loves all His children and can bless them the way He wants, the better for us. We live in a world that is very harsh and judgmental. Some of us feel that God has relinquished His power to them to determine who He will bless and when He will bless them. Some of us think certain people do not deserve God's blessings. Some of us have deified ourselves and has assumed the position of deputy God. If they do not like you, they feel you do not deserve God's blessings. Thank God, because our God is a God of mercy. We do not merit God's blessings, but thank God for His mercy and love. Some of us arrogantly feel that we are the righteous ones who truly deserves God's blessings. Let us learn to be happy for people on their blessings. Rejoice with those who rejoice. None of us is perfect. If God's blessings are given based on who is perfect, then none of us deserves God's blessings because none of us is perfect. Therefore, let us be more kind, loving, and considerate towards others. Ask for God's blessings on yourself and on others, whether you like them or not. We are all children of God, and we all have equal right before God. We are all equal before God. God shows no partiality. Every sinner has a future, and every saint has a past. It is high time people stop parading themselves as if they are better than everyone else. We cannot achieve anything without the grace of God. All glory and credit should go to God. When we see people who are struggling or not getting it right, if God can be patient with them, why can't you be patient with them? Pray for them, lovingly correct them, and show them the right path in humility and kindness. We can never win a soul for God by harsh, destructive criticism, name-calling, putting others down, and arrogant, self-righteous attitude. Jesus said that He did not come for the righteous, that He came to save sinners. If God has not yet condemned a sinner, why are you condemning them? Are you God? Do you think that God is done with them yet? Before you remove a speck in your neighbor's eyes, first remove the log of wood in your own eyes. Some of us think that we are smarter than God. All of us are recipients of God's mercy, but we do not want the same mercy and forgiveness from God to be extended to other people. How selfish we all can be. We would not want to be like the first son in the parable of the prodigal son. Instead of him to be happy for his younger brother that returned, instead of him to rejoice that his younger brother was lost and now found, he was rather angry. Many people will be disappointed and mad at God when they get to heaven and find out that there are many people they wrote off that are chilling in heaven. God does not think and act like we do. Do not expect God to follow your ways. Let God be God and follow His ways.